Hello, hello, beautifuls. Welcome to Charm House Tarot. I'm your intuitive guide, Charm, and today we are doing a reading for May 27th, 2023, and we're going to see what Spirit has to say for you. Okay, so we're just going to cleanse and shuffle the cards really quickly. Holy Spirit, if I can please have the most accurate, positive messages for my collective watching this daily tarot reading. What is the changes that are coming towards them today? What are the changes? What are the changes that are coming towards them today? Any advice? All right, we have decisions. We have decisions. So, I'm getting like a lot of, let's see here. It could have to do with your path, like your next move, maybe to do something a little bit differently. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. This could be like sobriety. This could be choices between people. This could be choices between places. Choices. I'm also like the original meaning of the Lovers card in the traditional tarot is about choices. It's about decisions. So this could be about making a choice in love or about what you love. We're seeing the number 2 quite a bit in my third eye, and I'm also picking up on the angel number 838. So you may want to look that up. It could have some sort of significance. Just know that what I'm hearing here is that you are fully supported in whatever decision that you choose to make. All right? There is no wrong way. There is no wrong way with this decision. Okay, so we're gonna just set this down here. And I'm gonna pull another one of these cards. This is Earth Magic Oracle. Can we get a little more clarification on this decision and some advice? Holy Spirit, thank you. Perspective and focus and love. So, yeah, I'm hearing do what you love. Do what you love. Make this decision with love. So, with the perspective here, I'm getting like each star is different. Each star represents something different. It might also be time to see something a little differently as well. Maybe you're basing a decision off of like a feeling, or it's like a cycle. Like maybe it's happened before, but I feel like Spirit is really asking you here to maybe change your perspective. Focus on the positive aspects. I'm also hearing pros and cons. So this actually could revolve making a list for some of you. What are the good and the bad? We're going to read from the book here and get a little bit more understanding about the life changes going on and this decision that you have to make and the guidance from Spirit. Okay, so decisions. All right. So you drew this card because you're wrestling with the decision and you're unsure which way to go. Your divine guidance has been attempting to show you the best path. So you already have the answer in your heart. Deep down, you feel the move that you need to make, the choice that you need to make. You know the right direction, yet fears are holding you back from taking action based on this wise resolution. This card reminds you to trust your inner knowing and ask yourself, which path brings me closer to my life purpose? What would love do in this situation? Which is why this is at the bottom. What would love do? You are love. So tap into that energy there. And I feel like it'll be a lot easier for you to make this choice. Right now, you could be praying for a sign or guidance or like a clear direction, okay? But you need to, what it's asking you to do is notice the signs, notice the synchronicities, okay? They're gonna help you make a more clear decision. Daisies also could be like a spiritual, there could be a spiritual understanding or message about the daisy. I would look up the interpretation of this, what it means in like magic work. The daisy could be like a favorite flower of an ancestor, possibly. Okay. So sometimes this card appears because you've been avoiding making a necessary decision. If so, you are being reminded that not making a decision is a decision. That's true. If you don't make a decision, the universe will make one for you. And sometimes it's not the way we want it to be. Okay? So maybe this is actually, I'm getting something about possibly even being past energy too. Like, maybe you didn't make a choice and then this is how you ended up where you are at right now because you didn't make this choice. Maybe you had choices or decisions. And because you didn't make the choice, the universe made the choice for you. All right? So some of you could be actually going with this. It might have not been what you wanted originally. Or maybe you're like stuck with something that you kind of have to like figure out. It's interesting. So again, making a decision is not making a decision is also a decision. All right. So since you've decided to allow things to remain the same, similarly, if you're trying to choose between two options, there may very well be a better third option for you. So you're not seeing something here. Like, you're like, oh, well, I can go this way or this way. But in all reality, you have to see a different perspective. Maybe there's something even better than both of those options. You know, let me give you a little understanding. Like, I just recently went through like a pretty intense breakup, and this man actually had choices between two people. All right. And I'm not proud to say that he was a married man, but I learned my lesson on that. So, but with that, he was juggling both of us, wanting his cake and eating it too. Okay. And instead of him being like, I want this and that, you know, like, instead of just choosing one choice, let's just say his life started to fall apart because he refused to make this choice or this decision. Ended up going to jail, lots of money just being thrown out the window type of thing, all because he refused to make the choice. All right, the universe made it for him. And now we sit here, okay, and it's like, do you really want to be in that position? One, you could be on the opposite side of the spectrum where you were the choice, all right? Maybe someone had to make a choice between you. And I'm getting like maybe instead of walking away, they just decided to not fix anything. There's something here about that. Like, somebody decided not to fix anything. So don't worry, the universe will take care of it. And it's like you being on the other side of the compass here, or the other side of the spectrum, it's like, I'm getting like, it's like you didn't know that you were a choice or an option. Okay, this is kind of what I'm picking up here. Now, Spirit's off that tangent. So hopefully that made sense to some of you. But either way, I'm getting this like this decision here. And I feel like maybe you were like the deciding factor or something along those lines. Let's get back to the book. Similarly, if you are trying to choose between two options, there may very well be a third option. So an additional meaning to this card is praying for clear guidance in what direction you should go, and noticing the signs and synchronicities around you. Maybe when people do have decisions, or maybe when you have decisions. All right, paying attention, noticing how it can affect you. This is a very interesting message. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the meaning of the Milky Way and the crystals. All right. Perspective and focus. It's time to see something a little bit differently. And if you notice, these birds are like really intensely chirping. That could also just kind of be like a message, like saying, hey, pay attention to the signs. Things are unfolding here. So let's take a peek at the Milky Way card. So perspective, I'm also getting like Piscean energy, Pisces, with this card. It's kind of reminding me of like the Hanged Man energy. All right. So the Milky Way is said to be one of billions of galaxies in the observable universe. It contains between 200 and 400 billion stars. The most familiar to us as being the sun. The oldest star in our galaxy is 13.2 billion years old, said to be nearly as old as the universe itself. And the Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. Distances are measured in light years, and the Milky Way galaxy is believed to be 100,000 light years in diameter. The enormity and vastness stagger the mind and challenge the imagination. So could you just imagine? It's such a vast, large space. Like if you could, like, say for example, we were in like school and like, I don't know, we all took like a star or like a piece of paper with like 100 stars on it and put it on the ceiling, and everybody in your class did that as well. Okay, that still would not be how many fucking stars are in the universe and galaxy. All right, it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. There's something here about that, like not really realizing how big or vast this universe is. You got to see something bigger here. All right, again with the choices, like you're not really seeing how big this is, or this, it could be a decision, you know. It's interesting. You're not really seeing it, so you have to imagine other options or other perspectives. All right. I'm also getting something about understanding where you fit into this universe. How do you fit in? Okay, so consider from this perspective our usual frame of reference and put it to task. We're faced with the choice of abandoning our myopic vision, so like your biased vision, your personal vision, all right, in favor of seeing and accepting a bigger picture, or what we can just allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by a sense of smallness and helplessness. Yet know that you are composed of material from these very stars that inhabit the Milky Way. Thus, we're connected to Earth and the entire universe at all times in life and in death. Interesting. So that's the message. Let's see what Spirit has to say on this, okay? It says, you have lost your perspective, so it is time to step back, breathe, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather information from your senses and regain your perspective about a certain situation. I'm feeling like there's something you don't know. All right. Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It just simply indicates that you're looking at things from a different point of view. It is an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachment to an outcome, but instead maintains a non-reactive awareness to these things. The witness, which is you, okay? the internal aspect of yourself that simply observes everything in your life. So sit back and observe. All right, don't necessarily just make a choice right now. It's just asking you to sit back and see all things on the table. All right. Through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experience, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything. By doing so, you will come to understand a greater perspective than is typically justified by the ego, which clears you to see what is before with a clear vision and an open mind. I'm getting like this, that was mine first type of energy, or I'm gonna do what it takes, like a death throw. But in reality, don't hurt yourself. I'm hearing this really strongly. Do not hurt yourself in this process, because there are some things that you just don't know, or a different perspective you can't really see about a situation or a person. This may be a warning for some of you. All right. So let's go ahead and take a peek at your third card here, which is tying into all these decisions. So you have a decision to make today or within the near future, and you're asked to sit back, breathe, experience what you're experiencing, and see a different perspective from it. All right. There's more than one way. Crystals, focus. All right. I love the purples. The purple energies here, the crown chakra is very activated in these cards, also with the heart. Okay, so it's a head-heart decision. Spirit is really trying to guide you, I'm feeling here. Okay, and that could be with these signs, symbols, things of that nature. All right. Yeah. So let's take a peek at this crystal card here. Crystals. Okay. So here we see an amethyst crystal. I was saying something about Piscean energy. Amethyst you could be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, having to make this decision. Okay. I'm really, really feeling that. It's interesting because my little bookmark fell out and it's a feather. It's interesting. Yeah, back to the elements. You could be a water sign, but I'm also getting air too with the decisions. All right. So here we see an amethyst crystal cave bathed in the water from a river. The points of light represents the spiritual force that these crystals begin to generate. Okay. Amethyst has, as well as other types of quartz crystal, have been used for thousands of years in magic and healing, as well as for intensifying psychic capabilities or energies. Since its violet color is the same as the crown chakra, we were just talking about that, it has often been referred to as a spiritual stone. The nature of quartz crystal, the second most common element in the Earth's crust, is that which helps you focus the power of our life force or spirit. Where attention goes, power flows. Where attention goes, power flows. It's like charging it up. And crystals magnify this power tenfold. For some of you, you could be working with amethyst crystal, or it could be asking you to. Maybe this will help you make this decision or clear the perspective or see a different perspective. Getting seeing a brighter side, maybe not such a pessimistic side. There's something here about maybe thinking about something negatively, but you're not supposed to focus on the negative aspects. You're supposed to focus on the positive aspects. It facilitates focus of spiritual power and supports the manifestation of material reality of your intention. So your intention is to make some sort of decision. Spirit wants you to see a different perspective. Yep. So let's go ahead and read the message here. It is time to bring your complete focus to the subject of your inquiry. Eliminate all distractions and give this your undivided attention. Whether this project, relationship, or simply relaxing time spent walking in nature, be fully present in your situation. This sharpening of your focus will expand your awareness and allow your inner guidance to penetrate your consciousness, where you can make the proper decision, which can help be portrayed into appropriate action. By being focused with crystal clarity, you are in flow of your life force and in fact have become one with it. It is not a hyper-vigilant or tension-filled state, but one that is of relaxed attention. Keep your eyes, ears, and heart focused on that which you need to pay attention to, and miracles can be created. To paraphrase a fictional elder, use the force. I like that. And use it in a life-enhancing way. Some of you guys could actually be like Star Wars fans. That's funny. So that's today's energy here. We have decisions, and it's decisions to be made. So it's just basically asking you to sit down, see a different perspective, be in your whole soul self to make this decision. Focus on it. Focus on it. Because I feel like there's something here about clearing your mind and making a choice with love. So that's the message. I hope you guys found it to resonate. If so, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys tomorrow.